get them for everybody, so.
We want y'all to come back in the fall, of course, once the kids are on campus. And then bring the parents back too. So like maybe do something during the day with just the kids. And then that evening with the parents. Or, you know, some parents could come in the day, but
Yeah.
I hate for parents that can't. I like for them to still have something.
Or dual credit or like freshmen.
Well, more dual credit plus what Angelo has to offer. And so that sophomores and juniors that are taking dual credit can see what they can start putting in place.
Yeah, that, I know our admission counselors, they go to a lot of our partners, schools, and they'll,
Yes.
you know, give more
bring a group,
detailed,
y'all. Yeah.
more detailed about what ASU has.
Come on in. I think I opened one of those doors. Is it now? Okay. I tried. Welcome. Hi. Y'all get to sit
Y'all
at the
can
front.
grab each one of these pieces. The first one is dual credit specifically, just, but the other ones y'all get optional.
So as part of our junior class,
Yeah, some of them.
just make yourselves comfortable anywhere. So yeah, I didn't see anybody else walking up, so walk.
Yeah, we'll get started.
Are you gonna record for us?
I'm ready.
You ready? That way for people that want to hear it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so my name is Lauren Arcides. I am in the dual credit office. I am a dual credit advisor as well as a coordinator. I work specifically with our dual credit students on ASU's campus and our homeschool students that are taking online courses, you know, as well as, you know, y'all's students that will also be taking some online courses as well. So if y'all call, y'all might hear from me. We also have another dual credit manager, Brooke Flores, that y'all will also possibly get in contact with. And we both work with students that take online courses. Okay. So our Presidential Scholars Program is something we offer for high school students that will be taking online classes or face-to-face classes at your high school. So, for instance, you know, here will be English. Y'all will possibly have that as a face-to-face course. So that is what our dual credit program has to offer. And just looking on this sheet, it says what our benefits are. So our first benefit would be getting ahead. So when you're a high school student, you take dual credit, you have option of getting ahead, especially whenever you are attending a college. You'll receive college credit while getting high school credit. We do also, that's called dual credit. We also have concurrent enrollment, which if your counselor allows you, you can take that course and you will only get college credit, not high school credit, but the dual credit is for high school and college credit at the same time. Success, it helps you transition into college easier. You are already aware of, you know, what it takes to write an essay, what a college professor, you know, requires from you, time management, you know, and that's how it helps you kind of makes your transition a little bit easier into the college world. It's affordable. Dual credit is a fraction of the cost from when you attend a university, especially the larger universities. So we'll talk about price a little bit further down. Convenience. Courses are offered during your high school. They're offered online. So it's really just convenient for you as a high school student, and it's going to be convenient whenever you have those college credits, whenever you actually start attending a university. Another benefit would be you join the RAM fam. At Angelo State, it's a RAM fam. It's our saying. Once you're a RAM, you feel like you're a RAM, and you're a part of that RAM family. As a dual credit student, this is something that we offer. If you take at least 6 hours and you have a 3.0 GPA within those 6 hours, you get automatic admission into the Angelo State University. So you'll get automatic admission as long as you have that 3.0 GPA and you at least take 6 hours, which that would be 2 classes. So if you at least take 2 classes and you maintain that 3.0 GPA, you will get automatic admission into our university. someone on your campus. Like I said earlier, for instance, this would be English. So y'all will have English on y'all's campus by a high school teacher. And they are classes taught online by ASU faculty. So those are people that we have that teach day-to-day classes, or they strictly just teach, other university students online. So y'all would still be considered, dual credit with our online professors. They are college level courses. They are rigorous, but like I said earlier, they prepare you. We do have other resources. So we have our free support services. You pay for them when you pay for your class. It's online tutoring. You have access to that 24/7. They do offer, we have Upswing, which is, you have 2 hours a week that you can utilize that, and it's a tutor, it's an online tutor. I will say, if you're on late at night and you get on, you might not get someone that's probably in the United States, so just kind of keep that in mind, with language barriers or anything like that, but you do have that option. We have a writing center on our campus, but as a dual credit student, y'all are able to use the writing center online. So y'all can upload y'all's essay to them, and they'll send you feedback. They'll kind of help you. And then we have our ASU library. So it's our online resources. You can search any journals, periodicals, articles, anything like that. You can use our online ASU library. It's on our website. And then we have our academic advising and degree planning. So that is something that y'all will contact me for. If y'all have any questions in regards to how this dual credit class will, speaking about Angelo State specifically, if you plan on attending Angelo State, y'all can call me, shoot me an email. How will this English class, fall into my degree plan? I want to be a teacher, or anything like that. I'll guide you. I can tell you, this may be smart, but it might not fall into your degree plan. With other universities, we can generically give you information, but we also do recommend, if you're going to attend another university, to reach out to them and just question, how that class will transfer from ASU to that university. But we do offer free academic advising, and I am the dual credit advisor for that. So our cost, it is $50 per credit hour. So a math class, which is 3 hours, that would be $150. Or like a 4-hour class, so like physics, which is a science, it's $200. It's $50 per credit hour. And then our due dates are not until the 18th class day. So you'll pay, I think it's like the 3rd week of the semester, and they are due by 5 p.m. every year on the due date. If you do not pay by 5, your classes will be dropped. And there is a $250 reinstatement fee to get you back into your course. So we always try to make it aware, of students, you have to pay before 5, because once it's 5:01, classes are dropped, and then you will probably have to pay that $250.
And we should clarify, for those that may or may not know, we cover that cost. The district covers the cost for you for what you choose to take as dual credit. Now, if you get to the end of it and you fail it, well, then we have a conversation about what you owe back. But the due date part is, we've got it. Yes,
they will pay for y'all's cost, so this really doesn't reflect y'all, but it will. If y'all fail, I'm sure someone's going to pay something. So this really doesn't affect y'all either, but if are y'all going to pay for if they do concurrent enrollment, do you know?
We would.
Okay.
I mean, I guess there'd be circumstances where they might be taking a ton. We might limit ourselves to a certain number, but in most cases, if a kid wanted to do that.
So, this dual credit cost and payment really doesn't apply to y'all, since y'all will be getting it covered. But we'll just kind of generically talk about it. There's a step-by-step guide on our website in case y'all do have to pay for y'all's classes. Like I said earlier, we have an installment plan. If that applies to y'all, if you have to pay, we do have payment plan option as well. So our admissions criteria. On this handout, it is right here at the top. You do have to have a 3.0 or high school GPA to get into the program. And then you also, or have to be in the top 50% of the graduating class. So we do have that. If you are not in that criteria, we do have like an appeal form that your counselor can fill out for you and recommend you into the program. Our steps to apply, it's the next one, application process. You just have to submit an online application. There is not a fee. It's super easy. It takes about 5 minutes. Then you have to submit an agreement form. The agreement form is actually sent electronically to your parent. When you submit your application, there is a parent section, so you'll put your parent or guardian's information and their email. The email we will have on file is the one pulled from your application, and we will send that electronic agreement form to your parent via email around 2 to 3 days after we get your application. For instance, if your parent or guardian does not do email or anything like that, we also do have a paper agreement form that you can fill out, and you can give that to your counselor, and then they'll send that to us. Step 3 is you will request your high school transcript to be sent to ASU and any test scores. If you are going to take any English or math courses, we do require TSI, so any of those scores will need to be sent to us as well. And you can take the TSI test, or you can be exempt by STAR results. So majority of our dual credit students either send TSI or STAR, or any ACT or SAT scores as well. Majority of them are exempt with STAR though. Course registration. So for fall and spring, it is you communicate that with your high school counselor. Your high school counselor will register you with us. So we'll reach out typically before the semester starts, and send her a list of all the students we have that are admitted into our program, and then she'll say, this student needs to take this course, and we have to send them a chart. Any summer, if y'all are going to do summer next year, this is kind of how we did it last year. That is filled out by the student. So student registers themselves for summer. They'll fill out an online form. We receive that, and once, we'll send that to the counselor. Is this okay if so-and-so takes this course? Yes? Okay, so then we'll register. We still get confirmation from your counselor, though, because it does affect, your high school class schedule and things like that. Like I said earlier, English and math courses do require TSI scores or any exemption scores. Online courses. So y'all will be taking some online courses. Just requirements. You have to be disciplined. You have to know when things are due, when you need to log in, especially if you're here on campus. You have to have reliable internet and a computer. If y'all are going to be here taking those online courses, that will be easy. But if it's something like during the summer, you have to make sure you have that reliable internet and computer access. Textbooks. ASU does not provide textbooks. Some courses don't require textbooks. They'll give you an open educational resource, which is free. And if your course does have that, your instructor will tell you how to access those. Either the first week of class, they'll put it in their syllabus, send an announcement, just depending on how they do that. Online courses are part of the ASU curriculum. So as a dual credit student, you are only allowed to take courses in the core curriculum. Those are typically maths, English, science classes, histories. You typically will not see any major related courses. So like criminal justice, that will not be in the core. It's just basically the core math, English, science, those courses. Fall and spring courses. You will need to check with your high school counselor on what we're offering. I know, for instance, there will be English on campus with one of y'all's high school teachers. Other than that, any onlines, I recommend for you to get with Ms. Sewell back there. She will walk y'all through that, kind of guide y'all on what to choose and how it will affect your high school transcript as well. Like I said earlier, common courses, English, math, history, political science, psychology, and any creative arts. So like arts, theaters, music. So some of our important deadlines for fall, priority deadlines, at least get your application as soon as possible before August. That way, we can get that rolling, and anything we need, like our high school transcript, test scores, we can request that, and we can get that before school starts. Especially once August comes around, it can get kind of busy on trying to register you. So I would submit that application as soon as possible, before y'all run off and do summer activities. That way, we know what y'all are still missing once August comes around. Like I said earlier, it takes 5 minutes, super easy. It's on our website. So at the bottom of this, there it says questions. Our website is angelo.edu/dual credit. Y'all can access the application on there. There is a tab that says Regent Scholars or Presidential. Y'all will click Presidential. And then it will ask y'all, are you a public student, high school student, private high school? Y'all will obviously click public, and then it'll have your steps on there as well, and it'll link you straight to the application. And then class schedule. So the fall, our first day is August 23rd, and it ends on December 10th. So y'all will notice it may or may not start around the same time y'all's high school starts, and it may end sooner than what y'all's semester ends. So typically, we are a week in, like, our university ends maybe about a week before school lets out for Christmas break. But those are our fall dates. Any questions? I know I went through that rather quickly. Any questions? Yes.
How do your courses transfer in other university systems?
Yeah, so we are a public university, so they transfer, like I said earlier, it's only the core. So typically, any public universities have the same core. I always recommend students, especially with advising, if you know your student is interested in another university, we see that as dual credit, go reach out to them. See how this course will transfer to that university. I will tell you that some universities, sometimes they'll say, no, we'd rather you take this psychology course with us. Or, because it's kind of how their degree plan works. We see them, majority of the time they do transfer. Private universities, it might be a harder transition, but public, they transfer pretty easily. Yes, ma'am. Any other questions? No? None? Okay, well, I'll stick around. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask me. I'll be here waiting